Oopsie talking with her mic. Yeah, I'm excited to try this. It looks like a lot of fun. This is our first day of playing it. I don't really know much about the game. I've seen a little bit here and there. I'm kind of excited to get it started. I love this game. I remember it's a good game to remember. Well, that's good. I'm excited to try it. I absolutely loved it. Ooh, good game. Yeah. I changed my title and stuff, didn't I? What? First day? Yep, first day, first time.
Why? Why did it happen? Why was she destined to die? What crime could a girl like that have possibly committed to deserve such a grim fate? She was only 14. And during those brief 14 years, what did she do? Simply cherish a love of music and revel in her girlish dreams. I'll never forget her. Even if the cruel passage of time should wear the threads of my memory so thin they break, I will always remember.
So, once more, a new journey begins.
It's worth it. It's good to know. I plan on it. I think I'm gonna like go from Bug Snacks into this. This will be our 2 games.
Once again, it all comes to an end. It's lovely to meet you. Or perhaps it would be more fitting to say, welcome back.
I must do this. And it's for the person who means the most to me. My life is nothing compared to his. Doing this is easy if it's for him.
It looks really good. So I happened to see it was on PlayStation Now. And I'm like, heck yeah. A chance to try this game out.
Thank you, everyone. I know it didn't last very long. But really, this was the best time I've ever had in my life.
Well, this got real fast. I can't pinpoint a few key points today.
If I blow him a kiss, I wonder, will it reach him up there? No, I guess it won't.
The rippling surface of flowing water transforms the soft light of the morning sun. The beams combine, becoming a spotlight that paints the stage. The flowers awaiting the curtain's rise display faces of bright red and brilliant yellow. They turn their ears to listen to the performance that is about to begin. Accompanied by the gentle rhythm of a babbling brook, the birds begin to sing. Meanwhile, a mischievous sea breeze causes a rustling amidst the leaves of the trees, disrupting the concert. It is a familiar scene, one that has unfolded every morning since the beginning of time. And even now, The daily overture continues, its delicate, perfect balance never faltering, never changing. In the midst of this joyous orchestration, at the center of the morning's discordant musical performance, lies a small village nestled deep in the wood. The name of the village is Tenuto. It sits atop a hill which overlooks the coastline. In fact, the town is only about 4 miles from the sea. Tenuto is very lucky in this regard, for the town enjoys a wonderful cool breeze and a view that is nothing short of amazing. And then there are the flowers. They seem to blossom almost everywhere in the town. They paint the landscape with color as far as the eye can see. And they are the reason Tenuto is also known by another name, the Village of Flowers. There is a harbor town at the foot of a hill that can be seen from Tenuto. When night falls, the lights from the town shine like diamonds and open the hearts of those who gaze upon their illustrious splendor. Under normal circumstances, one might expect to find a bustling shopping district for tourists in a village as beautiful as this one. However, no such shops are to be found, not here. In fact, the village is quite calm, almost strangely quiet. It is a place that exudes a peaceful tranquility, a tranquility that further increases its allure, as well as its mystery.
I mean that. I like intros to games. I think it's one of my favorite parts of games. A really good intro, just always sets the tone, of course, for the rest of the game. You have to start out good one, you know? What's the point of playing the rest?
Mommy, why are there waves in the sea?
Well, darling, there are waves because of the moon.
Because of the moon?
That's right. The moon charms the water in the ocean with its beauty. And because the moon is so beautiful, the seawater just can't sit still.
Is that true? Really?
Really? Don't you feel your heart start fluttering inside of you when you look at the moon?
I do! What about the paddle? Will it make waves when the moon comes out too?
No, dear. There's not enough water. You need lots and lots of water, like the ocean, before it can make any real waves.
Oh, I see. But that's weird. Why can't a little bit of water make waves too?
I'm always surprised, like, how well, like, Kingdom Hearts is by the public and stuff. I always felt kind of like a niche game.
Water is the most
It's such a weird
part
one.
of creating
I love it,
waves.
but it is
That can
very
be said
acquired
about people
taste, in
as
my
well.
opinion.
There are many things in this world that can charm people's hearts, just like the moon charms the sea. Things like wealth, vanity, status, image, and power. People who are drawn to these things create waves, and the fear in their hearts makes the waves grow bigger and stronger. The more people there are, the bigger the waves can become. And as the number of people grows, the waves grow bigger and bigger. It can lead people to start terrible conflicts. This is probably too hard for you to understand.
I guess.
If something like that ever were to happen, the only way to stop it would be for you to jump into the ocean. Because when you do,
The game's taking
those
so
big
long, it's gonna
waves will
close my
become
game
calm
down.
again. It may be difficult to do, but if you can be very brave, you'll bring joy to the person who means the most to you.
Really? Then I'll do it!
Really, though, comparing seawater stirred up by the beauty of the moon to the ugly waves created by the effects of human desire is rather an insult to the ocean.
Hello, sissy boy. Oh, I wasn't looking at what happened. Right, where I go? Wait, can I look at my tablet? No, it's...
He seems to have calmed down, hasn't he, Doctor? He doesn't look like he's in pain the way he did before.
It seems as though he must be having a pleasant dream.
Yes. Well, that would be nice. It would be even better if that means he's headed towards recovery.
And spoilers, boy.
A full recovery.
It's said that people can have the most peaceful dreams just before they pass on.
What are you talking about? How can you say that?
I apologize. Hopefully, it's just an old wives' tale.
Frederick.
Chapter 1, Raindrops.
Apparently it's my third month, Huzza.
Huzzah! Thank you so much for the 3 months! You're a boopin' boopette. A long-term boopin' boopette. I think Boops is playing a PSP. No, I'm playing the PS3 version of it. Huh? I'm playing the PS3 version.
Oh, I guess I took longer than usual. Mom's probably worried about me. I'd better get home before it gets dark.
Pretty sure that makes sense. I bet it released on PS3 and 360. Feels like it would've, yeah. I love that noise. Look at this. Okay. Oh, we're flickering for some reason. It's flickering. I thought you wrote sniz. Right, it looks really good. I'm really excited to see it on PlayStation Now. That's what I'm playing it through, is PlayStation Now.
The animals that live in the forest around here aren't really very strong, so I should be able to defeat them without too much trouble. But just to be safe, I'll go over the basics of how to fight again.
Sure.
Let's see. The turn order goes from fastest to slowest, right? It
Makes
looks
sense.
like it's my turn now. I should try
Okay.
moving around a bit to start with. Until this action gauge runs out of time, I can move around to anywhere I want. The action gauge only decreases when I'm actually doing something, so if I don't know what to do next, I can stop and think about it without losing my turn. Moving around isn't the only thing I can do. I can
That'd be
attack
awesome.
enemies too.
Yeah.
This time, I think I'm gonna try using the attack button. Now I've got it! I'm starting to remember how to do this more and more! There's also one other thing about the action gauge. Every time one of my attacks hits an enemy, the action gauge goes up a little, which means that the more I attack my enemies, the more extra time I'll get to keep on moving and fighting. Alright, I think maybe it's time to try attack.
I mainly started on, I started on Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1 and stuff.
Oh, it looks like all the time in the action gauge has run out already. I guess that means my turn is over. I guess I'll just have to wait until it becomes my turn again.
I completely whiffed all those shots.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about that. When the next arrow appears overhead like this, it means that my turn will be coming up next. That way I have time to prepare, and I won't be surprised by it suddenly becoming my turn.
Makes sense. Very, very empty.
Okay, it's my turn again. I feel sorry for this little guy, but I guess I'd better finish him off.
Yeah, across 12, that was probably the end of the best. We get down with an umbrella.
Look out! By pressing the guard button when an enemy attacks and this icon appears, I can defend myself. But I have to get the timing just right, so I really need to concentrate. And if I want to run away, I press and hold down the L1 and R1 buttons at the same time when it's my turn. But I need to hold down the buttons during my entire turn, so I have to watch for the next arrow. That way I can start holding down the L1 and R1 buttons before my turn even starts.
The TJ when 12 came out, I think I liked it.
I think that pretty much covers all the basics of fighting. Okay,
12 was a
I'm
weird
almost
one.
done. I just have to keep
I feel like after 10, it just feels so
Orange
different.
glow.
Look what I just did. This is such a pretty game too. I got Dragon Quest 8 and Final Fantasy 12 on the same day, I remember. And I loved Dragon Quest 8 so much, it made me very disappointed with 12. I enjoyed 12 and I did beat it. But definitely, comparing the two, I definitely preferred, Dragon Quest 8 a lot. Got it up. Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest 8, yeah. Definitely. I think I prefer the Dragon Quest series to Final Fantasy, honestly.
I'll do my best.
And I definitely grew up with Final Fantasy, so even with nostalgia. Part of Peach Cookie. Ugh. The Who series, really? Yeah, I think so. I think it's just a preference to or the preference more toward fantasy than sci-fi. And Final Fantasy's always went more sci-fi. It's just a preference. I enjoyed both of them. Dragon Quest, yeah. That's because nobody ever heard of Dragon Quest. Nobody ever played Dragon Quest. I've seen people play 11 and stuff, but before 11, most people never heard of Dragon Quest before 11. I kind of feel like after, 10, Final Fantasy just got too weird. But I still need to play through 13. I have the first two. One of them days I'll play through that one. It was a mistake. Why is that? I played that one on 3DS. I still haven't beat it, honestly. I know they are not all like 7.
I
Yeah.
know we can do it.
It's kind of hard to hit enemies in this game. Dude, I'm so bad at fighting. It's kind of weird that I say like Dragon Quest more, but it's honestly like the only Dragon Quest I've really like was Dragon Quest 8. Literally made me love Dragon Quest forever. Dragon Quest 8 is one of my favorite games ever. And I think it's like kind of like got my views like tainted forever. Looks so beautiful. If you guys get a chance to play Dragon Quest 8, I'd recommend it. Not the 3DS version though. Play the PS2 version. In my opinion. Tweaks their own, of course. But not much more of a.
Orange glow.
Oops, I wasted that last one. Is that recommended? I fixed my statement. I've enjoyed 7. It's definitely not as, like, I don't know. I need to beat 7. It's definitely a different feel though, true.
Oh, I'm so
Dragon Quest 9's not that good in my opinion. I might be wrong, maybe I like Final Fantasy more than
so many
DQ.
people living in Retardando. Why
Maybe
won't
like
any of
all
them buy
together.
from me?
Here's a
And now,
booty question or so.
I see. I guess you don't want to be touched by me either.
I'm curious how? I don't know. I haven't beat it though, so maybe I don't enjoy it as much as I
Come
think.
and buy some of Tenuto's famous floral powder. It works very well. Please, give it a try.
I'm a pretty easily pleased kind of person though, honestly.
I didn't know people still made that. What with the mineral powder we can get these days, why would anyone need that stuff? Now, I don't mean to be rude, honey, but floral powder just isn't useful anymore.
I don't mean to be rude, but here's a rude statement. Don't you love when people do that? Not to be rude, but here's a rude statement. You know what?
I guess no one around here wants to buy it.
Ow! Hey, what was that for?
What's your problem?
But I didn't do anything.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Are you all right? Well, did that help? Does it feel any better?
Stay away from me! Don't touch me!
Rude.
Wow! Did you see that, Mom? She was glowing!
I was in charge of the game design for hated gamers, I'm convinced. What did you
Come
dislike?
back here right now!
In temples and levels? It
Never
don't
go
matter if
near
it's
anyone that
game
glows
and
like
the
that
game
girl
takes
did.
levels.
Do you understand me?
After giving them weight, yeah.
But why? Because I said so, that's why. Now come on.
I think with RPG, I felt like someone really, a particular game in a franchise, someone else might hate it. With the kids on the island and doing the puzzles in the temples, it don't matter until 30 or 40 hours into the game, and then the games take levels bringing anything away, again for a dungeon immediately after giving them weight. The person who is in charge of the game design. Anyway, for example, I think 6 was easier in the last few games, but someone I watched say it's harder, yeah. Kinda interesting, I don't know. I think like 8 like really colors my preference for Dragon Quest. Honestly, I loved 8. I haven't played in a long time, so it might be something I need to replay at one point. I haven't really ever played Mega Man.
I'll do my best.
I'm really bad at blocking. Yeah, it's from guns, yeah. Yeah, 7 is a weird one. As I said, I haven't gotten through it yet. I don't know if I'll ever beat it, honestly. But I don't like playing on handholds anymore, though. I think is my issue with that one. It's a lot harder for me to just, like, sit down and play a handhold. Come back. I'm gonna do 7. I won't do it otherwise? Yeah. To each their own, I guess. An handheld version? Yeah. That's what I played it on. I don't know what the major differences between the two. I never got to play the original version. I wanted to, but I never got around to buying it. Never know. I mean, if you look at something like Final Fantasy VII Remake, the game basically changed everything. Never know. After a decade and only covered a third of the game. True. I don't know how I feel about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I really enjoyed the game, but I don't know. It's frustrating, yeah. You basically have to just like separate the two, like the original Final Fantasy VII and the remake. I mean, I guess it's kind of nice because you can still play Final Fantasy. It'd be nice if they just like did like a straight up graphic upgrade and stuff. Keep everything the same but make it look prettier. I really want to replay Final Fantasy IX for whatever reason lately. I don't know, PS1. Once I for PS3, but wasn't when they came was gonna just be better graphics, yeah. I remember that. They're like, oh, it was never gonna actually be a game. It was just to be a, what is that, tech demo? What's that now? Okay, with mineral panels, a lot of people are buying solar panels. something here. Fire peach cookie. Going through this house, it's still a cookie. Better not open it. Ugh. I try to enjoy stuff as much as I can, even with the changes. I kind of wonder, like, how long Final Fantasy VII is gonna be. I'm kind of fine with them making some big changes too, if they don't, if they want to. If they want to, I don't mind. Certain characters staying alive and whatnot would be nice. Pretty house. This is like what I, like would really like to have something like this. A little bit more land would be nice, but like to be able to have a nice chill front yard. Almost forgot the word front yard there.
I'm home.
Welcome back, Polka. Oh, you must be exhausted. I've made some nice hot stew.
Mom, are you afraid to touch me?
You used your magic in Retardando, didn't you?
Why does everyone avoid me?
Because they think they'll get sick if they touch you, even though it's not true. I'm living proof that it isn't true. After all, I live with you and I'm fine.
I'm not afraid of dying from the illness, Mom. It's just, well, I'm just sad that no matter what I do, I can't make any friends.
Making friends is hard. Okay, even without that kind of stuff. Boggles my mind that some people can just make friends. Like, they just talk to people and then bam, they're friends. I'm like, how do you do it? I feel like I'm always gonna say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing and scare them off.
Hold on, Riddle! Wait for me!
Hey, you! Where are you going with my bread?
My bread.
It's those brats again. Maybe I should poison the dough next time.
Maybe. I guess. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. That's what simulator just clicks. Yeah. That's fun about Twitch, you know?
Oh boy, that was a close one, Riddle.
Nah, that was easy.
Easy? Jeez, if that's what you call easy, I'd hate to see hard.
Don't worry. Come on. Let's deliver the bread. I'm sure everybody's getting hungry.
Deliver the bread.
Yeah, okay. But I don't like the rats down there.
Come on, what do you expect? I mean, they live in the sewers. There's bound to be a rat or two. And plus, we're carrying fresh-baked bread. You don't have to be a rat to want a bite of this.
Well, what do we do if we get attacked?
Don't let a few rats get you all freaked out. Hey, I took care of them the last time, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess.
Besides, the people lucky enough to live in houses aren't the ones who need us to take bread to them.
Or no, it's 12 for me right now. It's the same for me, Troy. I think. No, it's 10:30. Right now, the 15th of April. It's 10:30 for me. I don't even know what time it is half the time. You're in the future. Future is on the door. 16 hours ahead of me, right? Crazy. Why don't you join the choir at the church? Hmm, choir. A fantastic way to shop in the world. I'm in the future. It's kind of crazy to think of like how much a time change difference could be on the other side of the world. No, not even. We're just stealing bread, so. Probably not. So finishing by Tuesday, yeah. Did you hear to steal my bread again, huh? Yeah, let's get out of here, beat. Yeah, I want to steal your bread again. Someone's so high already? I think Perks would like this game. It might be one I recommend to her. She'd enjoy some good RPGs. But he's not here right now, he's probably down at the item shop. Okie. Yo, Pipe, I remember the pieces to try to teach me how to play this. This game has such like pretty music. I'd like to find like some good like. Bro, Troy. We appreciate you. Thank you for always the good conversation. Why don't you try to make yourself useful? No thanks. Takes much effort. I don't need to be useful. I'll be useful when you can be useless. Just gracefully. No, you never do anything like that, right? Totally not. Totally not still bread. Acquired angel trumpet? Okay. Single recounter, KO, infinite range, a trumpet blown by angels singing to the heavens and heals the battered body and soul. Oh. That's cool. Explore it. Cool, Macho must have been whoa cool, I don't want to try this. Warning, all muscles turn to fat after 3 weeks. On second thought, really? It's all mineral powder is a government-approved miracle drug. No matter what your ailment, you'll recover no time. Pass on the mineral powder for now. Cut your weight in half. I wonder what will happen if we get this lady at the bakery. Also decreases height by 50%. Please consume with mineral powder growth tonic. Jeez, that's crazy. Is the mineral powder gonna be the bad thing in this game, I wonder? Always down the sewer. Can't get to the sewer just yet. And this place is huge. However, it cannot be said that people can suffer alone. Minus compassion and affection. For people without. Well, you can't live on bread by itself anyway. I thought he was gonna like a healthy diet's good. He's like, oh, we need love and compassion. Like, yeah, true. But you definitely shouldn't just be eating bread. I'm like, just Just eating a loaf of bread all the time? Maybe if it had meat and stuff in it, I guess. Fancy meat and cheese bread. And a hot pocket. Or a calzone. Short rectangles of forever. I wonder if a person might be able to eat time. You know, some stretch out really thin, and then eat a little bit at a time. I wonder if I can get it pulled that way. No, I don't think you can do that. I don't think we can just eat time. Right about done. 1, 2, 3. Wah ha ha ha. Takes in there. There's a huge right. I took one look. I was like, ah! He's a loser. All these bugs. Okay. All the bugs. I'm gonna be saving this game a lot, I think. Every time I see a safe spot, we save. Yeah. I think you played a lot of the games growing up, you know, like years ago. Back when if you forgot to save and then you lost like 3 or 4 hours of progress. So today it's like, nowadays it's a lot harder to lose like progress in games.
Come on, Beat. Let's take care of these guys.
Riddle, can you tell me what it is we have to do to fight again?
What? Wait a minute. I thought I taught you all that. Did you forget already?
Maybe.
Well...
Okay, fine. But I'm not explaining the basics again.
Huh?
Item selection is used. We already did that by
First
accident.
How to use items. Press the L1 and R1 buttons to rotate through the items you've got equipped until you find what you want to use. Then you just have to press the item button. That isn't too hard, is it?
No, I get it, Riddle.
Special attacks?
Next, I'll show you how to use special attacks. There really isn't much to it. All you have to do is press the special attack button. And you can't use them up or anything, so you can use them as often as you want. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how it's done, so pay attention, okay? Sun Slash! Just move in close to the enemy and use your special attack. You'll finish him off in no time with an attack like that. You understood all that, right?
Yeah, sure. To use your special attack, you just have to press the special attack button, right?
That makes sense. Light and dark places. Okay.
Okay, one last thing. Listen close, because I'm going to teach you something super important about special attacks. Make sure you remember this. Now take a good look at what you see around us, Beat. Even though we're inside a sewer, there are some places that are light and some places that are dark, right? You see, the thing with special attacks is, depending on whether the place where you're standing is in the light or in the dark, the special attack you can use will change.
That's cool.
What? I don't get it. What do you mean?
If you're standing in the sunlight or some other bright place, you'll use a light special attack. But if you're standing someplace that's dark, like in the shade, then you'll use a dark special attack. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you for right now. Come on, let's go, Beat.
That's kind of cool idea.
Not bad.
So, what do you think?
Pretty good. Proud of you. I wonder if there's a...
I'm gonna pound you fair and square. Not bad.
Watch the little birdie!
Not much of a challenge.
I've seen a ride like that before. I wonder if we can get the reward, but this one of us looks pretty old.
I'm gonna pound you fair and square. Not bad.
Watch the little birdie!
Here you go. Not bad.
That was a piece of
Really
cake.
good. It's really easy to like use your items in this game. Like, I'm not like wasting items. Gotta be more careful not hit square when we're fighting. This game looks really good so far.
Ready to go? All I have to do is let loose.
Not bad.
Say cheese.
Not bad.
Oh no.
You're not gonna beat me.
There's these cookies there.
I'm gonna pound you fair and square.
All the pounding.
Not bad. You're not gonna beat me. I'm just gonna keep on fighting.
Nice.
Woohoo! Yeah!
This game starts really high with HP. Kind of funny how some games like you'll never get like much above 100. And other games like, you know what you need? 1,000 HP. 1,000.
Not bad. What did you think? I'm gonna pound you fair and square. Not bad. Not much to you, huh?
This fascism's kinda cool too. Maybe he'll just touch me, right? I don't know. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, well, thank you. Have a good, hopefully get all the good sleep. Good sleep is so hard to get sometimes, so. Thanks for hanging out.
Don't take all day. Phantom Wave! Phantom Wave! Not bad.
Great! That was perfect!
So him, you basically want to get him out into, in the dark as soon as you can. I don't know what his other one does. If it just takes pictures of enemies, which I don't know what that does.
I'm gonna pound you fair and square. Not bad.
How was that?
My timing on these dodges is really off or guard.
Not bad.
That was pretty good.
Ha-ha! All right.
Another level up.
I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Getting stronger and stronger. Ooh, grab a chest. Poison white cat? What's that? Very suspicious looking. White motion that's good. Oh, yeah.
So, how about we go around? Sun slash!
Dude, why can't I?
The detail is just amazing! Rapid shooter! Kind of cryptic,
Mess.
huh?
Messed that up there, huh?
Not bad. Sun slash! You're all washed up.
Kinda wonder what the point of, like, using, non-special attacks is. Seems like it's better to just, like, use special attack a lot of times. I'm getting up the character. At least from here.
You better back off. Sun slash! Not bad.
Say cheese! Rapid shooter!
Sun slash!
If I can do that.
Sun slash! Not bad.
Rapid shooter! Rapid shooter! That was a piece of cake!
What's a piece of cake? I like cake. Wait, did we come down? Yeah, we did. Oops! Maybe you don't heal when you touch these like I thought you did. The big daddy.
Be careful, Beat. They're after the bread.
We've got people waiting for this, and we don't have enough to give any of it to you!
I'm gonna pound you fair and square. Taya! Phantom Wave! Phantom Wave! Phantom Wave! Your end is near.
Rapid shooter! Rapid shooter! Kind of cryptic, huh?
Phantom Wave! Phantom Wave! Phantom Wave!
Rapid shooter! Rapid shooter! How was that?
Phantom Wave! Phantom Wave! Not bad.
Rapid shooter! Rapid shooter! Kind of prickly, huh?
Phantom Wave! Not bad.
Rapid shooter! Rapid shooter! Kind of prickly.
Shoot her!
Taya! Phantom Wave! Taya! Phantom Wave!
Got it.
What did you expect?
I expect he's gonna save her nice.
I'm just gonna keep on fighting.
Sky Divider. Fire Blast. Come on.
Thank you so much!
You bet. Don't eat it all at once.
Hey, Riddle, why is bread so expensive anyway? If it was a little cheaper, we wouldn't have to steal it for people. Do you think the baker lady is just being greedy?
Well, you know, Beat, it's not actually the baker lady's fault.
Huh? What do you mean?
The reason the bread is so expensive is the high taxes on it. It's not just bread either. In Retardondo, just about everything you need for everyday life has high taxes on it. That's why there's a lot of kids out there who can't get a decent meal to eat these days.
And that's why they need us to help them, right?
Yeah, the only thing that's not taxed is mineral powder.
Oh, I see. So that's why anybody can get it, because it's so cheap. I guess the Count of Forte isn't really that bad after all. I mean, at least he keeps the tax on medicine cheap.
I'm pissy about that.
Besides, you and I have the bread problem pretty much taken care of.
Hey, don't get cocky. Be careful what you say, Beat. Come on, let's hurry up and drop off the rest. Then it's time for us to eat.
Polka, dear, what's wrong? You've been sitting in your room all day. Oh, what am I going to do with you? I guess what happened is still bothering her. Poor thing. I should just stop her from going to Retardondo. Whenever she goes there, she ends up getting hurt. Polka, help me pick some flowers later, okay?
Appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. You guys are pretty amazing. Love your faces. Kind of sad though, there's a lot of places are like that too, where they tax so much and just the cost of living so high you can never get past it.
Hey, Riddle, did you notice that magician girl from yesterday wasn't around today?
Yeah, you're right.
I guess I should have taken a picture of her.
Are you still messing around with that stuff? You need to look at things with your own two eyes. You'd see things a whole lot clearer if you weren't always looking at them through bent glass.
That's not what photography's about at all, Riddle. And another thing, it isn't called bent glass, it's called a lens.
Still, you have to feel sorry for that girl. I guess she won't be around for much longer.
What? She won't? What are you talking about?
Don't you know anything? That girl was able to use magic, and that means she must be sick with some kind of incurable illness.
And it's always fatal?
That's right, yeah. Only people who are gonna die soon are able to use magic like that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I guess being able to use magic isn't that great after all.
No, it's not. You can't use magic powers unless you're really sick. This world's pretty messed up.
I get it. That's why no one in town wanted to get near her yesterday. They didn't want to catch her illness, too.
Yeah, that's right. But the disease isn't actually contagious. That's just a rumor somebody started.
A rumor?
Yeah, it's weird. Most of the time, people don't really trust each other. But when it comes to something that they think might hurt them, they'll believe just about anything they hear.
Sounds about right.
And they'll ignore almost anything else that doesn't help them directly.
I guess.
As long as they have food on their table, they don't care if other people out there are starving.
And that's why we steal bread to bring them, right?
Okay, Beat. We leave first thing in the morning.
What?
What? This game looks like it's gonna be really good. Pretty game.
Oh. Hey, Redo, I'm too excited about tomorrow to fall asleep. And besides, it's way too early to go to bed anyway. Oh, well. I guess I'll go out and look at the stars or something.
Appreciate you guys taking it out. You guys are amazing people.